Good evening, my dear beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's session with Nirva. So, today we'll be talking about the benefits of sleep, what Ayurveda says about sleep, how to sleep better, and also the immense health benefits that sleep can bring to our lives if done properly. So, I'm Dr. Shanaz. I'm an Ayurveda practitioner with certification in Smriti meditation. So, I'd be the speaker for today's session. And speaking about sleep, in Ayurveda, there are basically three pillars of life. Ayurveda gives utmost importance to these three pillars of life. The main things are food, sleep, sexual and reproductive health. Also, sexual and reproductive health intends to say the self control of our senses. So, these are the three things which needs its utmost importance when we have to take care of our health. So, the second one is sleep, and we are going to talk more about sleep today. So, when it is dark, what comes to your mind first? You can share your thoughts in the comments below. So, basically, if you are in a low mood, you would be getting those emotions when it is dark, right? Or you would be thinking about certain horror movies that you saw. But what should come to your mind first? The thought should be, let's sleep. And it's time to sleep. Because we human beings have this circadian rhythm with the nature where sleep has a dark connection. That is from evolutionary biological perspectives. Daylight allows us to get involved in essential activities like food procurement, defense, and not only these are observed in humans, right? But sleep is also observed in plants. There are certain activities that we observe in certain plants because of the daylight and the change of daylight to night, etc. The first one is heliotropic movements. So the flowers like sunflower, they exhibit this movement. That is, when the sun is up, this flower gets retracts. But when it is in shade, it expands. So likewise, there are other processes like photosynthesis. So in photosynthesis, the plants uses sunlight as a fuel. So likewise, we can observe like certain movements and activities in the plants related to day and night. So almost every activity in our body, like physiologically, it affects like all the physiological activity in a living cell, which has this circadian rhythm responding to dark and light cycles. That is connected with nature as well, because there are basically two guiding clocks in human. The first one is the natural clock, that is the day and night clock. The second one is the biological clock, that which is controlling our processes inside. So it is very much important to have a proper tuning of this biological clock to the natural clock and how this can occur. So the trigger for setting of the biological clock in tune to the natural clock is the dark and the light. So there are basically many hormones in our body which has its own status in the day. Sometimes it may be in increased level during the day, but as night comes or as darkness comes, the amount of these hormones reduces in our body. And that should happen on its own. And that should happen like an everyday basis. Then only we'll have that, healthy physiological processes happening inside our body.